Do you ever feel burnt out? Like with all of the things that you have to do, you simply just don't have the energy some days to get it done. It's so common, and it's what people call burnout. Today, we're going to be talking about how to kick that burnout once and for all using 4 simple keys. My name's Kelley Tenny, and I'm the founder of Renew Nutrition, Energy, and Wellness for Vital Living. I am a health educator, a college professor, and I have been practicing mindset and mental wellness for over 20 years. And today I'm super excited to be here and to bring to you 4 keys to wellness that will prevent the burnout. Let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here so that you can follow along. 4 keys to wellness that will prevent the burnout. Today, what you'll discover is the number 1 reason why people experience burnout, why people who feel burned out are more likely to be impacted by mental illness, and most importantly, the 4 key components that will support your health and wellness so that you can prevent the burnout and have a thriving life, the thriving life that you deserve. As I mentioned, my name is Kelley Tenny. I am a health and wellness expert with a focus on mental wellness. I have been a college professor and in this field for over 20 years. I'm sharing with you a picture of my family, a mom, a wife, someone who has a career, and believe me, I can have my stories of burnout to share with you. Life is not easy, and so many of you are keeping so many plates spinning that sometimes it just feels next to impossible to keep up with everything and to find the joy and the energy to actually have what you have built in your life. As you can see here, I have my hands full with being a family member and, of course, like many of you, wanting to enjoy the things that I have built in my life. You see, I found myself in a job that I had been building up towards for almost 20 years, only to come to the point of simply not having enough energy to be able to enjoy what you see here, my family, my children, having fun family games at the end of the day. And I knew it was time to make a change. And so through my own journey, I discovered these 4 keys of wellness that I will be sharing with you today. Does this sound familiar? You know that you have value but feel drained and unable to cope. You carry most of the weight in one or more roles of your life. You often feel drained and burned out at the end of the day. You feel alienated from family or friends because you are just exhausted. You want to take better care of yourself so that you can have a thriving life. And you are ready to regain your energy, see joy and happiness in your daily routines, and do what you need to do and do it well. One of the biggest things with burnout that we see is that really it can come in between just the simple things that you have to do, leaving you in this rut, leaving you in this vicious cycle of being too tired to do the things that you want to do, yet frustrated that you have so many things to do and can't do them well. It's something that everyone experiences at some point, but the difference is, can you make the shifts to not just get rid of it, but kick it to the curb for good so that you can wake up every day and have a thriving life. What we know about burnout is that burnout can lead to frustration, both at home and at work. And for many of you, that frustration can seep into relationships. Burnout can manifest physically, leaving you with headaches and stomach aches, indigestion problems, tightness in your chest, anxiety, difficult breathing. So many common physical ailments that we see are due to increased levels of stress caused by burnout. Burnout affects everyday tasks and routines. We also know that 18.5% of Americans will suffer from mental illness this year. 4% of them will suffer so acutely that it will interfere with their ability to live their lives. And those who feel burnout are 50% more likely to report having a mental health condition. You see, the dangerous part about burnout is that it impacts everything around you. You're a mom, you're a dad, you're a wife, you're a husband, you're a son, you're a best friend, you're an uncle, you're a CEO, you're the head of the household. All of these roles can and will be impacted when you experience burnt out. And with that, a ripple of people that are impacted as well. So, what is the answer? 4 keys to your wellness with what I call the life foundations. Are you ready to get started? L stands for leveled up visioning. Many of you have potentially heard about visioning. Perhaps you've even created a vision board once or twice in your life. So what does it mean to have leveled up visioning? It means just what it sounds like, taking it to the next level. First, create a vision. It's important to be clear about what your vision is and to know what you want. Otherwise, you can't make a plan to achieve it. Include all areas of your life. Some people get so focused on their work that they really only have visions around their vocation or their career. Others have visions around finances, and so all they focus on is money. And for some, their vision pertains around relationships or finding their significant other, and that is the only thing that they concentrate on. But what this leads to is imbalance and inevitably burnout. You see, only focusing on your job or only focusing on finding your loved one or calling in your soulmate creates an imbalance that leaves you feeling frustrated and exhausted, feelings we know is burnout. So the first step is making sure that when you have a vision of the life that you would love, a life that is thriving, is to include all areas of your life. What does your schedule look like? What do your finances look like? What do your relationships look like? What does your career look like? Next, generate emotions around your vision. When you close your eyes and you think about walking into your dream job, how does that feel? Do you feel warmth in your chest? Do you feel butterflies in your stomach? Can you help but not smile? Can you feel the positivity? Do you feel like you're walking on air? Those emotions are critical when it comes to beating burnout and creating your vision. Those emotions, as Napoleon Hill has talked about, is really what drives the desire and keeps the flame of desire burning so that you can continue to be energized and focused in all areas of your life. And read that vision daily. I have so many clients that have come to me and said that they have created a vision board that never came to reality. And part of that is because we begin our vision with our vision board, but then we hang it on a wall. We put it off to the side and we never look at it again. Or maybe we just look at it once a month, or it catches our eye as we turn that way in the room. Leveled up visioning means that you are leaning in and you are reading your vision every day, allowing yourself to close your eyes, to feel that emotion, that joy in your body and in your soul around the different areas of the vision that you have created. The I in life stands for incremental goals. Sometimes looking at your vision board and trying to figure out how you're going to make that happen can lead to burnout all in itself. It can be overwhelming and it can seem like these are things that are just too far out of your reach. So with incremental goals, identify the action steps for each component of your vision. What are the things that you can do to start taking steps towards those areas in your life? And more importantly, which steps can you start to take now? So many of my clients have a vision of their dream home, a dream home that is maybe 2 homes away, a dream home that is maybe currently out of their budget at that moment. And when they start to think about moving from a home that they're in now to a home that they want ideally, seems like too big of a step. Generating an income that may be 3 times what they have now to support the home of their dreams can seem like it's impossible. And so people get overwhelmed, they get stressed, they get burnt out. So the best thing to do for your incremental goals is to start identifying what you can do right now. For example, you may not have the budget it takes to buy your dream home. So how can you start making that happen? Can you start putting money away? Can you get another job that will bring more income in? Or perhaps you can put your eyes on a promotion that will allow you to get closer to the budget that you need to purchase your dream home. And track your progress. For every penny that you save, for every step that you get closer to your vision, write it down and celebrate it. You see, this is the evidence that will keep you going. This is the evidence that will show you that you are becoming the person that lives your vision. Otherwise, we can get lost in the thing to do, the things that are getting done, the things that we have to do. We get lost in the overwhelm, which of course, if you're seeing a pattern now, leads to frustration and potentially burnout. And find accountability partners. One of the biggest game changers that you're going to be able to see in shifting from a life where you feel burnout to a life where you're thriving is having the person or the people to hold you accountable. That might be a friend, that may be your significant other, that may be a coach. But you deserve support when it comes to living a life that is thriving and with goals, especially when you have so many plates spinning. An accountability partner or an accountability coach can be the game changer in making progress and keeping these things going. The F in life stands for focused mindset. One of the things that you need to remember is that your brain is part of your body. So many people understand the importance of keeping up your physical health. You go to the gym, you run, you hydrate, you eat well. But what do you do for your mind? Your brain is part of your body and it needs to be exercised as well. So remember why you started. Tap into those feelings. What started you on your vision? Where did that dream of your amazing job come from? Where did you first take a glimpse of your dream home? When did you first start thinking about your significant other? Tap into the very early times when your vision was just a tiny spark and go back to what it felt like when you first saw that spark. Feed your brain like you feed your body daily, whether it's through meditation, journaling, thoughts of gratitude. It is so important to have components in place to support your mental health in addition to your physical health. At the end of the session today, I'll be sharing my free download, the Mental Wellness Toolbox, that will give you a number of tips, tools, and strategies that you can find for yourself and practice and use the ones that were made and meant just for you. Because figuring out what works for you is key. Not everybody can meditate. Not everybody likes to write. Not everybody loves yoga. Some people like short, quick mantras and affirmations. Other people love to sketch away in a diary or journal to help relieve their stress, their emotions, get their emotions out. on paper. But it's not a one size fits all. And if you're someone who has tried journaling, or if you're someone who has tried meditation and have found that it's difficult for you, it doesn't feel right, or maybe you can't stick with it, don't give up. Don't say, I've tried this mindset stuff and it doesn't work. Figure out what works for you, because something will. And the E is for easy energy. Easy energy is a big piece of overwhelm. We stated in the beginning that overwhelm is something that can leave you feeling drained and exhausted. And so obviously doing things to regain your energy that are going to be really time consuming or really involved is not the key, because if and when you're experiencing burnout, you're already behind, right? You're already lacking that energy. So what can you do to find energy easily? You can eat clean foods. Clean foods ideally are foods that are in their natural state. They are not processed. There are no additives or preservatives. There are simple things: fruits, vegetables, whole grains, meat, dairy. Usually things that come in boxes and have packets are not clean foods. And sometimes just cleaning your diet out and eliminating a lot of those toxins will help bring back that mental clarity, focus, and most of all, that energy. Move and eat consistently. Getting that movement going will keep that blood flowing. And with that blood flow comes focus, energy, and so forth. So if you're feeling frustrated, if you're feeling burnt out, get up, take a stretch, go outside, take a breath of deep air, stretch those arms, rub those shoulders, but get that blood moving and flowing, and do it consistently. Stay hydrated. You will never find me without my trusty water bottle, because hydration is key, not just for your body, but for your mind as well. One of the biggest culprits of low energy in the afternoon and burnout, brain fog, can actually be hydration. So remember to stay hydrated, drink your water, follow the 8x8 rule, 8 glasses of 8 ounces, right, of water every day. And keep that water going. Spruce up your water if you need to add some fruit for flavoring, but don't forget the hydration. I know for all of you, when you are spinning all of those plates, it can be difficult to remember to drink water, but water is going to be key in rejuvenating your energy, keeping you focused, and keeping your body in a state of being able to work effectively and efficiently. And keep it simple, keep it close. You know, there's so many diets and things out there that are available to you, from the keto diet to paleo. We see meal planning and meal preparation. Well, for people who already have enough to do, trying to shop and follow a specific diet like keto or paleo, trying to find the time to meal plan and meal prep can add to an overwhelming list of things to do, just increasing your chance of burnout. So when it comes to eating, moving, staying hydrated, keep it simple. Maybe that means buying pre-cut vegetables. Perhaps that means always having an apple or something at your desk. Maybe it means buying snack packs of nuts or healthy snacks that you keep in a desk drawer or in your bag or purse when you're running errands. It doesn't have to be fancy. It just has to be simple, and it just has to be within an arm's reach. With that, you'll really be able to support your physical body in giving it the nourishment and the things that it needs to help you complete those tasks and complete them in a way that can be done energetically, and effectively. Being hungry and being dehydrated is not easy, and it only adds to the frustration and the stress that many of you may already be feeling with your daily tasks. So what's the bottom line? The bottom line here is to make it yours. There is so much advice that is out there when it comes to burnout. Whether it's asking for help, people may tell you to start saying no, to not doing as much, to getting an exercise routine, starting to go to the gym, eating this way and that. But really, as I mentioned before, it's not a one size fits all. You have to make it yours. You only you know what your preferences are. You know what your schedule is like. You know if you have more energy in the morning or in the afternoon. You know when you are most clear. You know what you can and can't do. And most importantly, you're the only one that can decide whether or not to stick to these life foundations and how they are going to work in your life. It's all about self-care, but you have to make it yours. I'm a morning person. I get up in the morning. I exercise. My husband is a night person. I'm done by 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. He could go out for a run just as I'm going to bed. And for us to compromise either of those would probably mean that we are not doing it consistently. For me, it would mean I'm falling asleep 50% of the time if I saved my exercise time till the evening. So you have to make it yours. As you saw before, I have 2 children. Meal planning and meal preparation is not something that I can do. Truth be told, half the time I can barely get dinner on the table with all of the things that have to get done. So you have to customize it, and you really have to make it yours. And part of that means giving yourself permission to say, I'm not doing it like everybody else does. I've been trying this for years and it hasn't been working. So I'm giving myself permission to switch it up. Maybe it's telling your boss or your partner, I know you want this done this way, but I would like to do it that way because I know that I can be more efficient at it. You have to protect yourself. And in order to beat that burnout, you have to do things that work for you. Your life foundation is exactly yours. It's customized. And when I work with my clients, the way they vision, the incremental goals that they set, the focused mindset that they choose, whether it's meditation, journaling, and whatnot, and how they choose to eat and keep themselves healthy looks differently for every single person. This is why diets work for some and don't work for others, because it never is a one size fits all. So make it yours. Decide how your vision is going to look and when and where you're going to read it every day. Decide what incremental goals you're setting for yourself. Decide how you're going to fuel and feed your brain through mental wellness tools and strategies, and decide where your energy is going to come from. Whether it's breakfast at the beginning of the day, a quick lunch, for many of you, just snacking and grazing on healthful food throughout the day is going to be something that you prefer over others, but you have to make it yours or you will not be able to implement, you will not be able to stick with it. Again, when it comes to beating the burnout, these 4 areas of your life are exactly what you need to stay focused, to regain your energy and clarity, and to really lean into the amazing, thriving life that is meant to be yours and that you deserve. Again, my name is Kelley Tenny. I'm the founder of Renew Nutrition and Energy and Wellness for Vital Living. Here is my email address if you have any questions. Please come on over to my Facebook business page, Renew for Vital Living, for recipe ideas, weekly trainings, mantras, meditations, and last but not least, my free download, the Mental Wellness Toolbox, a download full of gratitude prompts, breathing techniques, meditation ideas, journaling prompts, daily lists for you to really feed and fuel your mental body, being able to find exactly what works for you. It's time for you to beat that burnout and have the thriving life that you deserve. Thanks everybody for joining me. And again, I hope to see you in some of my other places for Renew, where I would love to support you in regaining your energy and focus so that you can have the thriving life that you deserve. Take care.